Hey, welcome! We're back in Timberborn, and today you'll notice, well, this isn't the same colony that we had. We're on an Update 7 colony, and I wanted to start another colony here. We'll get into that in just a minute, but welcome to Cavernwood. And the reason we're calling it Cavernwood here is we've got this lovely map from the workshop that actually has something that I've been wanting to do for the longest of time. It has a cave. I believe if you want to find it on the workshop, it's under the Mystic Cavern. I'm not sure what makes it mystic, but I mean, it's pretty neat, so probably a better name than It's a Pretty Neat Cavern. But we're going to be playing this. Now, the other series, our long haul series, I do plan on finishing that. We've got a couple of episodes left, but it's kind of getting drawn out and it's getting kind of difficult, so we'll get back to that eventually. But let's at least start here today and get some of our colony basics set up. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to draw a road right out this way, right down to the riverfront here. And the first thing that every colony needs is a couple of pumps. Now, normally, you would only need one on, say, a normal mode, but we are actually, you know what? I'm going to move this over because I see something here. We're going to demolish this first. We're going to change this up to 4 since we're going to have the beavers. We'll put this down to there, and we'll set our working time up to 20. And we're going to go ahead and get started there so that they can come and take care of this. We're going to want food, probably, yeah, let's go right here. And we'll get another one of those. Now, you'll notice I don't have a ton of mods on this playthrough. I do have the Pipette Tool, which I kind of feel is almost obligatory. I've got the day-night, so everything appears as day. And then I've got, well, that's really it. So from there, we'll probably add some more mods as we go. But right now, we're just going to do this. I'm going to put that one in and pause it. We don't need it right immediately, but I will need to eventually. So let's get that in there. Let's make sure that all of these dead trees are marked and ready to go. In fact, we can probably mark all those trees as well. They're ready to go. And over here, let's start knocking out some of this stuff. So we want to get rid of those. And let's get rid of these. Give them all something to do there. You know what? Let's add a couple more of those. Let's see, they can get those. Once they start chopping down these trees, they'll build this. The next thing that we're going to need is some kind of farm, which I'm hoping once we can get in there, let's speed her up even more. In fact, let's say that these are both super important. That's got to go in. They'll get that just as soon as they can. We don't want them to be worrying about that stuff. There we go. Once that's in, there comes the water. That's what we wanted to see. We're going to grab a road and we're going to go this way. Let's say just around this lake here. There we go. We're going to need some food. Let's gather some farmhouses. In fact, we'll probably do 2 farmhouses. There we go. And fill the whole place up with kohlrabi. There we go. We'll get a good start on kohlrabi. In fact, we'll put some back here too, because might as well. And then, how far over are they going to be able to go? Well, we'll let them grab that. I want somebody in here for sure. We're going to need water storage, since, again, hard mode can hit you pretty hard right at the start. Let's go ahead, pause that. And we're going to pause the second one of these. There we go. So that these can get built. We'll make sure that those are holding water, because that's going to be the big one for the first couple of droughts here. There we go. And that looks good. It looks like about here is going to be where we want that next road to go. There's our drought already. That was a short first wet cycle, but hopefully we can get some water stored up. If not, we get a 7-day. This might be a very, very short playthrough. Let's get those in, though. Tell you what, we'll plan on taking these two out so we can go ahead and get started with this. Let's get all of those in. Are there more trees? We could probably grab some more trees over here. Let's do that. Actually, let's move these down. You still have planting to do. You have 15 logs. You're just kind of sitting there. You guys aren't doing anything, so go find something else, please. There we go. Let's unpause maybe you, and we'll say that these are the highest of priorities. This is next. Everybody kind of passed out in the fields, but you know what? After working a 20-hour day, I can't say I blame them. We'll get to these in there. This is looking good. Hopefully they get this built so we can get some more water pulled in. We're going to need some here really, really, really soon. There we go. Grab more water. Make sure somebody's in here at all times. And we'll grab food. Tell you what, let's go ahead, unpause this so we know we'll have it. And how are our logs doing? We've got 12. I think this takes 20 to hold in the food here, or to hold in the water. We might go ahead and try and set that one up. Hopefully these guys can empty most of their stuff into there. I'm gonna probably need to move these over too. Yep, there we go. We'll get a couple more down here. We've got a couple up here so that we can grab these dead trees. And then we need to start thinking of science, probably. Let's pause both of these so that those logs can be picked up. We'll say that those logs are very important, even though I don't have a place to store them at the moment. There we go. Now we have food. Now we have water. And we'll probably have to take this back out whenever we're all done. However, for now, it should be okay. We're going to need science, though. Those are all done. Those are all done. So let's get the science. Science. You know what? Right there seems good. They're grabbing stuff. Let's make you for the harvest, more or less. Anybody else? Nope. You're good. You guys are all good down here. Nobody has the liberty of sitting around at the moment, so they'll have to go find something else to do. Let's go ahead, open this up so that we can grab some more of those. Let's say that's high priority so that we can at least get started on some science. We'll grab a little bit of berries. Oh, you know what I need? I need a breeding pod, or else we are going to be out of beavers. So let's make that a high priority. These guys don't need to be in here during the drought. Those... Maybe I should look into the Find Idle Beavers mod. It's a pretty useful mod if you haven't had a chance to try it out yet. Let's see. We've got science going. We don't have any spare beavers, but that's okay. At the moment, we'll live with what we got. Let's get some storage going on for some food here. We need berries, so let's have them grab berries again. This guy's not doing anything. Out he goes. There we go. We'll do water. When we destroy this, we'll lose about 5 logs, but overall, that's not terrible. That's definitely not the worst thing that could happen to us. What do we have left in the way logs? We have 10 logs. Those are going to take 15 apiece. So, let's see. This guy's once again just sitting there. This guy's just sitting there. Let's maybe go to 2, and we'll grab some more of these guys. since we're not really building that much at the moment, we'll take these out. We do need the logs, though. We'll get all those filled, and hopefully that'll be enough for the next couple of cycles. Maybe 1 or 2 cycles. Over here, we're going to need the classic compact water wheel and lumber mill combo. Yeah, that should be fine there. We can put it at the back of the thing. Luckily, those connect anywhere, so should be good to go there. Once this drought is open, we'll switch these back to full and fill our water supply up. It looks like our farms are doing okay. We do have our breeding pod all set up, so the more we have there, the better. We'll go ahead, open these back up. Let's make that important so that we know that it gets done. And we'll take... There we go. At least we have a whole path around the entire place. Those are on hold for now. Let's see. I got 40 science. Let's do... Kohlrabi's here. So I need 20 more science, basically, to get our first major purchase that we have to get. And we'll start putting some trees in this area. Speaking of which, let's see. We're gonna need definitely another science place at some point. So let's go ahead and plan for that. We'll put another one here. And then back here, we actually probably should start housing. Let's do housing. And then, fortunately, this is going to have to go, because that won't fill up otherwise. And let's fill our water back up. And there we go. We made it through the first one. Pretty much unscathed. Not bad. It wasn't the longest of droughts, but it definitely wasn't the shortest either. So, not terrible, not great. Let's see. Let's cut out all of these. And we definitely will need this. And that, I don't know that there's anything else going on. Yeah, well, there's this over here, which we don't currently need too much of. Are you guys are pretty much full. So we'll just do this kind of cheap way of doing things. If they're full on logs and they're not using them to be built, we'll have them go to a different one. There we go. This looks pretty good. Got a -3. What is everybody... Oh, they just need water. They just need to fill these up. That's really what they need to focus on. And we'll hope for a less severe drought the next time around. But if there is a drought that comes up, we'll build another one back here and hope for the best. If we can get these full, I'll feel way, way more confident in our ability to survive. So, how's this going? This should be fine. Let's pick those up. I think I'm going to need storage for this stuff so that they actually pick up the rubble. I'm just going to toss that there for now. And then we'll come back and rebuild this. One dam here. Goes back across. Eventually, we're going to have to get a floodgate there, but that might be a little ways down the line. So our drought's approaching. They're trying their best to get these full, but I don't know if it's going to work or not. This guy is sitting there doing nothing. You're sitting there doing nothing. You're sitting there doing nothing. So, let's do that so more stuff can get built. That's got to go in here before too long. We can't delay on that too much more. But on the bright side, we have enough science to go ahead and grab our our forester. That's what we needed. In fact, this looks like a nice place for it. There we go. We'll do that, and we'll start getting a couple of trees in here and there. Start with a little bit of birch here. Something like that. We'll start with some pine after that. Maybe 3 there, and then we'll fill in the rest of this area for now with oak. Is this all set to cut? Yeah, it's all set to cut. Is there anybody down here that's actually able to cut it? That's debatable. We might do something like this. All three of those, sort of. Can you reach that stuff up there? Yeah, you can reach that stuff. So most of that stuff can be reached. They've got planks coming in, which is kind of what I wanted to see. And we might as well get in. Let's put you back so that they can actually cut these trees down over here. There's a couple of stragglers over here that we can probably get too. They've got a nice setup. They've got decent amounts of food. In fact, we can probably pause one of these to send them to do something else. This can be for logs. And you have berries. You don't have berries, so let's pause you. And that's good. You're out of trees, so let's go ahead and unpause you. We'll get what we can with these. We'll just do this. Don't think we have anything. Let's go down to one builder. You know what? Let's do that. And we'll say that this is very important so that our crops stay hydrated. We've got our water. We have food, so we're set. If we can keep up with this area, hopefully, just hopefully, they can pull things in. We've got 31 logs. This, give me one guy here. There we go. How are you guys doing? You're doing all right. We still got science coming in, which we might have to sacrifice science for a minute. Oh, there's a berry guy that doesn't need to be there. There we go. We've retained this. We're kind of skirting the rules on how to open up and close a riverway, but you know what? It works. There's a slight penalty for it of 5 logs each time, but that's okay. We'll be all right. We'll let those guys pump until the river is dry. And then I think we might start working toward just a dam right across here. Then we don't have to worry too much about it. Let's pause both of those. So we're all caught up on those. We've got food in various places. You don't need to be on because there's no power. We're gathering logs. We've got food. We've got planks. We've got science, so we can take a look. Wooden stairs. Is there anywhere that we need to get to over here? I mean, not particularly. The cave looks neat, but we don't need to go in it particularly at the moment. So, tell you what, let's go ahead and just start with our dam right across here. And I'm just going to use the bare minimum number of blocks. That should be the shortest area. Let's go ahead, put those through there. And do I want a second? Yeah, I do kind of want a second one of these. We're managing to keep this okay. Bad water is going to be quite a while until we can take care of it, but we'll figure out some way to take care of it. Because there is, if we scroll down and look at our cave, there is water sources in here. However, it's going to be difficult to get those out of there. One thing, I would like to leave these natural overhangs because that's one of the few things that we can't make in this update. Seems kind of weird, but, you know, it really feels like they should be added on to the end of this terrain block here. Maybe get something along those lines. There we go. We've got one house. There's still a couple of beavers without a house, so let's go ahead and make them a second house. We've got a couple here. Everybody's doing all right. Let's get somebody in there to take care of that. Again, he's just sitting there. There we go. Well-being's a little bit better. That's good. In fact, we could do probably just an easy campfire for a little more well-being. It's only 15 logs. And while we're cutting through here, Let's see. Where are more logs should we need them? We've got these over here. And do we need to get up to this area over here? Almost looks like if we go through here, go this way, we can get up through all of those. We can go down here, put some stairs up there. We can also put stairs up over here. So maybe we should work toward that. Let's do stairs right here. Yep. We'll do a couple of lumberjacks along the river here. And now that we know that we're going to have stairs there, come over here, climb up this, and we'll climb up over here, and then we can get over to these resources should we need them. Hopefully with this in here, though, we get a lot more green land. We might even have access to green land over here, which would be nice. How are we doing over here? These guys don't have... not really cutting anything down, so those can probably go. Are you guys... you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. There we go. And now that we're going to have extra amounts of beavers, it's probably a good time to look into getting some more of these. Especially right by their house. Probably don't want to overdo it on them and don't want to overthink the amount of storage that we need, but it definitely couldn't hurt. We're going to have this. This is going to start here. Let's go ahead and start finding a bit of storage, maybe for our planks in this area. How far over can you plant? Actually, quite a ways. So, there's this. Guess we can walk down and maybe... we'll put some storage here for now. Not gonna hurt. Doesn't have to be permanent. I think it'll be just fine right there. Let's see. You're not doing anything. But we could use somebody over there. These guys are working on stuff. Food is good. Alright. We are doing pretty well. Once this last one gets in, looks like we need about 9 more logs. And then we've actually got a decent amount of land here to go. We just need to build up to here and grab all this stuff. And we'll be well on our way to being a safe and steady colony. Do you have any decorations? We don't really need any decorations. I mean, we always need decorations, but we can live without them for the moment. That guy's not doing anything. Out you go. They gotta build that. They've got to get somebody in there. Okay. They're building the trees. Not building, I guess planting trees. I guess they're sort of building trees, but that's not really the way you call that. There we go. Alright, so they've got a little bit of building to do. We've got a couple of beavers that are asleep in the farms. Tell you what. Let's see if we can get a couple more of these done before the next one. And maybe we can get those filled as well. Berries are full, so I can probably pause that for now. Just need a couple of trees here and there. And good. This goes up here. Maybe we should take a road across. Crossed and kind of over, maybe. We'll get some steps in here. You have 13, so I mean, we'll live with what we get. And now we can kind of leave that because, well, when is this not getting done? Somebody go get that done. Water. Water. water, and water. There we go. That needs to get in there. It's got the 20 logs, and they've got 2 days to just finish building it. There we go. Now we have plenty of water. This can keep pulling in water. We've got some extra storage here. We've got berries. We've got kohlrabies. So now we just need them to get out there and start building some more stuff. Oh, looks like we've even got our second breeding pod in. So they just need to finish a couple of things in these colonies. One, we're definitely going to need more industrial piles. Is this all set to cut? No, I'm going to mark it to cut because it'll all have to be cut eventually. There we go. We're out of trees. Let's not be out of trees. Let's go ahead and use the logs and planks as we can. This is all looking pretty solid. We'll get these 2 pieces in here. We've only got really 2 trees left here to pick, so I think as we get more beavers, we ought to be much better off. These guys, I think, are trying to fill these 4 up. So 200 water for 13 beavers, or what could be up to probably a 7 to 10 day drought. Maybe it's not great, but it's not terrible. Let's go ahead and get you guys somewhere else. There's always other things to do. There we go. They can go down there, chop down a couple of trees there. Yeah, it's good. Let's say we don't need to chop any of this stuff down anymore because it's already gone. That stuff doesn't need chopped down. That doesn't. This doesn't. We don't need to chop on the road. Don't need to do that. None of this stuff up here. Well, I take that back. There's 1 tree there. There we go. Clean all this out. Let's grab these. There we go. Drought started. You know what? I think we can just leave people doing whatever it is they're doing. We've got plenty of water there. They might suck that up. 10 days. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got the dam in there. It's definitely going to pay off for us. But I think we're going to stop there for today. Hopefully we'll get to grow out and get some industry in next time. We may go and explore this cave, but we've got plenty of resources over here, plenty of green land. We're going to have to figure out what we'll have to do for the bad tide. We might put in a gateway right here and then put in a couple of bridges along the inner side here. But that'll all be for next time. So, as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you next time. Bye!